we are on Talk About Topeka. It's our Connecting the Arts segment, and we've got Roaring Rat Films and their new production of Blackstone, Hand of God. These are some of the cast members and the writer-director extraordinaire right here with us. Mr. Gary Piland, how are you? Good to see you.
Chris. Thanks
Of course, I'm Chris Schultz. I'm your host here, as you see on the screen there, in case you forget my name. So we've got Gary there. We also have Dusty Nichols is down over here. How you doing, Dusty? And I'm going to give you an air bump. That's Brian Chambers. You guys are all in this film. Now, we know the Roaring Rat. We started out with the zombie films. Tell us about a little bit of background here on how we got to this point.
2010, I had a head injury, and 8 years later, we're still doing what came out of that. So
Very good.
I just wanted to make films my whole life, and finally I just started making them. So
excellent. And so Blackstone here. Let's talk a little bit about where that came from.
okay, last year last year? Yeah, last year. 2 years?
I think it was 2 years.
2 years ago, we made a movie called Zombie Kansas.
Mm-hmm. Great.
And there was a character in it that I'd written that was like a radio preacher, one of those really radical, fundamentalist type preachers. And I held an audition, and Dusty just blew me away. And he's excellent in the movie. If you get a chance, we're on Amazon and iTunes if you want to see Zombie Kansas. But I began to think about that character some, and it occurred to me that Dusty did so well in the part, I'd like to cast him in a new movie built around that character. Mm-hmm. Because what would happen if a fundamentalist guy got bitten and infected with a zombie virus? Mm-hmm. He'd probably think God made him do it. So that's what this movie's all about, is J. Mortimer Blackstone has decided to convert the world over to his way of thinking.
All right. And Dusty, tell us a little bit about your character. And
It's not too far from me, actually, converting the world to...
Yeah.
It's a big dream. But, no, the character's a blast to play because it's just so stereotypes, pulled out of the Southern preacher and going just overboard with it. Mm-hmm. And Gary puts it in context in his zombie universe. It's a little bit different from the other zombie universes you might see. So, mm-hmm. And just the character itself, it's just a unique idea, and as an actor, it's something that's never been done, at least as far as I know. It's kind of cutting my own path a little bit with help of the direction, but it's just a fun character to play.
And Brian, so tell us where you play into this.
So I played Dol Jeffries. I am the muscle and the technology to Blackstone.
Typecast, basically.
Right, right.
Exactly.
I seem to get that a lot in my activities in town. And I've been promised immortality. I'm still human, but in this zombie universe, I don't know how much to give away, but
as much as you want.
In this zombie universe, the closer you are to the original zombie, the more of your human characteristics you keep. Mm-hmm. But once you become a zombie, you can't drive cars, you can't use a cell phone, and so that's where I come in. So at this point, I'm still human, I work for Blackstone, but I'm promised immortality at some point.
Gary, where'd the name Blackstone come from?
I don't know, the head injury, I guess. When I name characters, I didn't know who was going to play this one, but when I name characters, I just look for interesting names. And I like the name J. Mortimer Blackstone. It sounds like a radio preacher to me. Mm-hmm. So it's Reverend J. Mortimer Blackstone. And his first name is actually Jeremiah, and that comes out in the movie, and you kind of makes sense. But so, yeah. Literally, when we had the audition, I had 3 great actors, and Dusty owned it. Like, from the moment he was there, I knew it was over, and I had to kind of tell the other guys to go away. But
strangely enough, it was not the part I wanted.
What part did you want?
Usually, the sheriff. I have kind of a knack for that kind of role.
And you've done that before, yeah.
I've done that a couple times, and then to his credit, David Crawford nailed that one.
Oh,
so
Crawford's killer. Crawford's killer. Yeah.
So when I tried for this one, I just went all out, and it was paid off.
Awesome, awesome. What's it like working with the cast? You have a lot of great people in this film.
Only about 60.
Yeah.
Roughly.
Local talent, and it's very cool. What is it like for them? Is a lot of them are in theater, have done that, and I know, Gary, you've worked with people who've traveled over to that realm of film. What's it like for their experience with that?
Well, we're really lucky in this community. There's an organization here called Topeka Civic Theater. A lot of you guys been there.
Absolutely.
It's the longest running dinner theater west of the Mississippi. I mean, it's incredible, 80 some years or something. And the artistic director is Shannon Riley, a close personal friend of mine. But he's trained all these actors, and of course they've trained themselves. But so I have this huge pool of really, really talented people. And I had not seen Brian before until I saw him in Rock of Ages.
Great show.
And he was excellent, by the way.
Yeah.
If you didn't see it, it was fabulous. And right then I started thinking about a character for him. And so that's kind of how it happens. You know, you see somebody on stage, the impression, sucker them into being in your stupid movie, and here they are.
Yeah.
Did I say that out loud?
Well, you had some award or some winners to be in the film too. So.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, there's some great. So what's it been like? Is this your first film from going over?
Yes. Yes.
So what's it been like from your first time here?
It's you. I guess in theater you prepare so much, and for movies everything goes so fast and quick. You know, you really don't. You know, when you're doing an independent film, you don't have months of rehearsals and things. You know,
Right.
you kind of just get it and go, and so it's stressful a little.
You ready for the big premiere?
I don't know. We'll see what Gary does with our. It's all on camera now.
Gary, when do you want it to come out? We're still in production right now.
We're still in production.
Yeah.
We're about a third of the way through, maybe a little farther along than that. It's fairly long. We think it's going to be an hour and 45. So it's a full-length movie, and we've still got a lot of really difficult scenes to shoot, and we have no money. So we're having to be pretty innovative about how to do some of the action scenes, some special effects. But, you know, we get hand puppets, and we get out there, and next thing you know, we got a movie. Yeah,
Awesome.
It's a lot of fun.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to see Blackstone Hand of God coming to theaters. I know we'll have some big parties for that, right?
Yes, I'm sure we'll probably do our, we always do our initial premiere for cast and crew at the break room.
Yep.
We might also do a public premiere at maybe a slightly larger venue, maybe Jayhawk or Liberty Hall's also been interested, so maybe 2 of those. And then we'll be on iTunes and Amazon, so everybody can give up a couple hours of their life they'll never get back.
Well, I want to thank you guys so much for joining us on the show. If you're interested in finding out more, well, check out roaringratfilms.com and be sure to like their Facebook page as well. That's our Connecting the Arts segment. Of course, it's brought to you by our good friends at the Azura Credit Union. For all your personal and banking business needs, Azura Credit Union has you covered. Check them out. And support our sponsors and support these guys. Watch their film. Look for all the information coming up about it. Can't wait to see it. It's going to be great. Thank you, guys.
Thanks a lot.